The U.S. president says wide-sweeping reciprocal tariffs will hit countries around the world at midnight. Donald Trump made the announcement this afternoon during a press conference with a billboard and booklet as visual aids. Canada's name was not on that board of reciprocal tariffs, leaving experts questioning what this means for Alberta. CTV's Chelan Skulski is covering the trade war for us and joins us live from the Alberta legislature this evening. So, Shay, how is Alberta's premier responding to this late news?
Well, Matt, the Premier calls today an important win for Alberta and Canada, saying this is what she's been advocating for from the U.S. administration for months. As she declares, it appears the worst of this tariff war is behind us.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day, waiting for a long time.
In what Donald Trump declared one of the most important days in American history, the U.S. president announced 25% tariffs on automobiles and a blanket tariff for most countries around the world.
At the same time, we will establish a minimum baseline tariff of 10%. You notice that on the chart? And that'll be on other countries to help rebuild our economy and to prevent cheating.
CTV News has learned our country at this point is exempt from the baseline tariff. However, goods not compliant with the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement will see a 25% tariff, while non-compliant energy and potash will be tariffed at 10%.
There's no victory lap in this.
This trade analyst is left with many questions, including whether tariffs are cumulative, what exemptions are being considered, and what the U.S. administration wants out of all this.
The sheer incompetence and stupidity goes beyond anything I expected from following this over the past 5 years.
He's creating then confusion among all of us. That in itself can bring an economy to its knees, to a recession, to inflation.
Economist Chelan says the policies are not good for the global economy, adding it will push international trade back centuries.
It's assuredly a way to create lower standards of living. The U.S., despite the fact that it's a large economy, cannot and should not do everything by itself.
The 25% auto tariff is set to kick in at midnight tonight. Now, the Premier adds there is still work to be done, highlighting those tariffs on automobiles, aluminum and steel have yet to be lifted. She says the Premiers and Prime Minister need to be focused on reducing those tariffs or removing them altogether, as she reiterates her calls for national advocacy efforts, diplomacy, and avoiding what she calls unnecessary escalation. Matt?
All right, CTV's Chelan Skulski live at the Alberta legislature tonight. Thank you.